What is actually subnetting? Subnetting is a divide a big network into many smaller network. It is called the subnetting. Now the question is why we required a subnetting. We require a subnetting because there is a if one big network is available, then traffic is available, also congestion is available. So to avoid all these things, we require to divide our network, big network, into small part of network. So we require that's why we require subnetting. Now the process of dividing a big network into multiple subnet is called as a subnetting. Advantages of subnetting is a maintenance and administration are simple. If we have a small network, then administration is simple. To improve our security, we have a small network, so we have a less IP addresses available in a network, so we can increase the security. We can keep an eye on that network's ID and all these things. Restructuring the network is simple. If we want to replace replace the device, or replace the default network gateway, then we can easily replace default gateway using restructuring. So restructuring simple. Disadvantage of a subnetting, it is complicates the communication process. uh, it complicates the communication process means we have a multiple devices available in multiple networks, so it is difficult to maintain all the sub networks and all the big networks also. Instead of a three-step process, now it becomes four-step process. We have a three-step process. It is here. If we want to send a packet from one host to another host, then we have a further we have a three-step process. Now we have a four-step process. Okay. First process is identify the network. Second is a subnet within the network. Third is identify the host within the subnet, and then identify the process within the host. So what we here do, first we identify network, then we identify which in which subnet, uh, in which subnet it is available, host is available, and then we identify the host, and then we identify the process. Okay, here we have a uh, we have understand better understand using a diagram. Like first we identify uh, the big circle is indicator network. So first we identify, assume that there is a lots of images available like that. Okay, so first circle is indicate big network, and the small circles are indicate that it is a subnet. um, and it is a the cross sign indicate a router, and rectangle or a square indicate a uh, host, and process, and the person is indicate a host. So according to that, we first have to identify network, first step here. Second step, we have to identify a subnet, in which subnet the host is available, and then we have to identify the host in which host is many hosts available in one subnet. So we identify first host, and then we have to identify in which process we have to do our task. Now for every subnet we are going to lose two IP addresses, all zeros and all ones, that we know that. Now the process of how we can create a subnet. So this is a, here it is a process that the process of borrowing bits from host ID to generate a subnet ID is called as a subnetting. Number of bit borrow depends upon our requirement. Okay. How the exact process happen? We have to borrow a bit from a host ID. We, we have to borrow bit host ID. So here class C has a 24-bit network ID and 8-bit host ID. So if we want to create a two subnet, then we have to borrow 1 bit. Okay, uh, then we have a 24-bit NID, 1 bit SID subnet ID, and 7-bit host ID, because we borrow 1 bit from host ID. So now how many host per subnet create? Then we have a two we create a 2 raised to 7 minus 2 is equal to 126 host per subnet we created. How it is actually visualized? So we can say we created two subnet, so 0 and 1, S1 and S2. Every subnet has a 126 host. Without subnet, our IPs look like 200.200.200.0. We have another example, like we have a network ID class C example. We have a network ID 197.197.197 and host ID 0. So here how can we create a subnet? So we have a 24-bit network ID, 2-bit subnet. Here we want to create a 4 subnet. So 2 raised to 2 is equal to 4. So we borrow 2 bit from host ID, and then 6-bit host ID. So how many host per subnet is created? Then it is a 2 raised to 6 minus 2 is equal to 62 host per subnet is created. How it is visualized? It is in one network. We divide it using 00011011 binary form, and S1, S2, S3 and S4. We always go through clockwise direction here. Okay, now how the exit process is happening here? First, we saw process ID is equal to 200.200.200.0 network ID, and we create two subnet of that. Then what is actual ID of that subnet? Here we can see first ID has a 0 to 127 uh, 0 to 127 range, and the second ID has a 128 to 225 range. So SID is a 200.200.200.0, and another SID has a 200.200.200.1. No, 200.200.200.128. Here we have a direct broadcast address of every subnet is different. For S1 it is 200.200.200.127, and for S2 it has a 200.200.200.255. In a direct broadcast address, we just put ones in a host ID. Here it is the actual explanation that how many types of how many IP address cover in a one subnet. So we just for a subnet 1 we just put 0 bit 0 we just reserve this bit by 0 in a first position of a fourth part. Okay, so in all the IP addresses this 0 is reserved. We have just changed the uh, last 7 bit. Okay, So according to then we got a range like 200.200.200.0 to 200.200.200.127. So by putting this we get all the answers, and in between we get 200.200.0 dot 1 2 3 4 5 6 dot 126. Okay, according to that. Now the range of S1 and S2 we got by that like 200.200.200.0 200 to 0 to 127 and 128 to 255. Now how S2 ranges look like, we just put here, okay, from 128 129 to 255. Now the another example is 193.1.2. Network ID has a 24-bit and host ID has a 8-bit. Class C, we want to create a 4 subnet. If we want to create 4 subnet, then we need a 2-bit. Okay, here I explain how. Okay. Now we have a borrow 2-bit from host ID, then it is a 2 raised to 6 minus 2, it is a 62 host per subnet. The range of every S1, S2, S3 is divided 0 to 63 and 64 to 127, then 128 to 191, 192 to 255. Okay, now you got an idea how we can divide the one network into a subnet. Okay. Every subnet has a SID and DBA different according to that. We have another example of a class C like 200.200.200. Now we want to last 2 bit as per our requirement. We want to just change the last 2 bit. Okay, since all these examples we just borrow a 2 bit which is uh, from a starting point of part, like it is from starting point, it is not from a last 2 bit or not from a in between, it is from fourth part, first second bit. Okay, now we are borrowing bit which position which has a different position. It means we borrow last 2 bit. Practically it is not possible that we borrow last 2 bit or we borrow first and fifth bit. It is not possible, but in a competitive exam this type of example is also come. So we have to solve this example using a theoretical concept, that how we borrow a last 2 bit. Okay, division of a one network is the same as above. We have every S1, S2, S3, S4 subnet. According to that, 64 host per subnet, as we shown in above example. Now we borrow a last 2 bit. Then the range of S1, S2, S3, and S4 is different. Like 200.200.200.00 0 again 0 0. So this 0 0 part is remain same. So we got a different range. It is not a continuous range that we got in a previous example. Okay, first we got to for S1 range is a 200.200.200.0 200.200.200.252. Okay, and next we reserve a last 2 bit using 0 1. So again we get a different range like 200 dot 200 dot 200 dot 0 1 to 5 and then 9. So we cannot get a continuous IP address here. We get we get IP address which is skip something in between. In S for S3 we got like 200.200.200.2, and then we got 254. For S4 we have a 3. So here how we divide it is, we divide a 200.200.0, and then 1 for S2, 2 for S3, and 3 for S4. According to this range are going. Now what is a subnet mask? We know how we can perform a subnetting. But what is actual subnet mask? Subnet mask is a 32-bit number used to indicate number of bit borrowed from host ID and their position based on the following two rules. First, to example, we see that replaced, we just deal with first and second position of a host ID. Now we have to identify that how many bits we borrow, also which position. Here I just write two rules. Number of ones in subnet mask indicate network ID plus subnet ID, and number of 0 in the subnet mask indicate a host ID part. So class A has a default subnet mask 255.0.0.0. Class B has a 255.0.0.0. Class C has a 255.0.255.0. So these basic two rules are required for uh, solving the example. So number of ones in a subnet mask indicate network ID plus subnet ID, and the number of zeros indicate the host ID. Okay, thank you for watching video.